I did this as bishop. I thought it'd be easier to summarize the points using a video because I'm an online teacher. That's sort of what I do. So here it is. So here's a video, and I think I can summarize all your comments. Thanks for your comments. Um, they were very helpful. I think they all kind of come down to two main points. One of them is quick substitutions, and the other one is shape, keeping a shape. So for quick substitutions, thanks, Matt, for helping me and helping us kind of reconceptualize what indoor soccer is all about. And that is, it's much more like hockey. I completely agree with this. There are no out of bounds here unless you kick the ball in the net above above the goals. And there's so many ricochets, so much action happening all the time. It's just constant running. So we should be thinking about 2 to 3 minute substitutions. And I think doing this will completely shift the game because if we go out at 2 minutes and we still have some energy, but we're in a sense just substituting for somebody who is really fresh, then we get to rest our legs just for, even if it's just for a minute, it helps us so much more because we get a chance to catch our breath and then we're fresh right away. Like in a normal soccer pitch, you often get like 10, maybe 15 seconds, like on a goal kick, to rest your legs, which is really nice. Here, we don't get that chance, so use the substitutions. 2 to 3 minutes. Know who your substitution partner is. So, for instance, if it's Matt and Derek in the middle or Brendan in the middle, know who is substituting for you and try to stay in the same position if it's all possible. I think we should respect these positions a little bit more. Try to sub in for the same person over and over again so you can have a nice kind of routine and knowledge of who's coming off for you right away. You can just flag them down really quickly if the ball goes in the corner, so to like kind of like icing the puck, or just kind of dumping the ball in the corner or something. You can run off real quick and then substitute right back on for your partner. So we need to do those quick subs. I think it'll completely shift the game in our direction. We'll be so much more fresh. The next idea is shape on offense and shape on defense. This is crucial. I think it's going to save us a lot. I'm not going to go into why it saves us so much on offense and defense, but I think it's something just to keep in mind here. If you want to talk to me about this, I can tell you all the benefits of it, but I'm just going to give it really quick right here, a quick explanation of what I mean by shape on offense and defense. These positions, we should be kind of within the same zone of each other as much as we can. We try to stay connected to each other as much as we can so we know where each other are, or we know where each other are going to make the runs. So if we're a forward, your positions are really going to be in this area over here on offense, just kind of like anywhere over here on offense. Try to stay in this area. If you go to the other side, that's fine. You guys can swap, whatever, but try to stay in some kind of zone so we can find you, we can look for you to pass to you. Treat the ball on offense more often like the drill that we do beforehand called El Rondo, where we're just taking 1 or 2 touches and we're just going 1, 2, 1, 2 to each other. Defenders, you can't pull up, that's fine, that's great, you can come up here, but make sure that you have minds that you can, you have the legs that you can go back and cover your man. Okay, this midfielder, try to stay at most on top of the box, on top of the penalty area, when we have the ball on offense instead of breaking in here because we really need you to cover on defense if we lose the ball. So try to stay in this area. Try to just be a little bit more stationary. It's funny to say that, but try to be a little bit more stationary on offense so we can kind of have more predictable places where we can be. Just a subtle shift left or right will really open up a play for us where we can play off of each other, have more 1-2 passes. Our defenders can also get involved with it as well. This will also help us rest our legs a little bit. Yeah, I think it's a good idea to kind of keep that shape as much as we can. That also means not going on fast breaks all the time on these quick counterattacks. I'm all for counterattacks if they're on, but if they're not on, please don't force them. For example, if we have the ball back over here, we win the ball back, great. We've got this player up. Usually it's Bomb that's up. If Bomb is right here and he draws a couple players to him, then try to get open for that layoff pass and a quick shot. If that's not immediately on, Okay, if that's not immediately on, then Bond will be just like a hold-up player, and he'll bring everybody else into the game. But we have to be able to stay in our general positions so we can then switch back into our normal offensive scheme, which is that 2-1-2. All right, and our defenders can push up a little bit, give us more support, give us more options. But they're basically going to be running in this area over here. Try not to go into goal and make these kinds of runs right here because it leaves us short-handed if it's all possible. If you do that, make sure that everybody knows you're doing that so we can cover for you. So that's a shape on offense. And on defense, if we lose the ball, then I would like to have, especially these three right here, stay in this kind of communication, this kind of triangle right here, as much as you possibly can. So that means you're moving together always. So this person's probably going to be coming up and stopping the ball. And then we have these two defenders right here to go near side, and then the back side, kind of watch the back side right here. So always have these three to stop a quick counterattack. Once you stop that quick counterattack, we can't just have just three people back on defense. We've been really bad at this lately. We need to have another forward come on back and guard the weak side, and the other forward come back as well and provide some defensive pressure. You can't just stay up here all day and just play offense. You have to come back and do some work. And we were just so outmanned on defense when we conceded the goals last week. We just need to have our forwards do their duty and come back and cover especially the weak side. So we like to have this shape right here on defense. I think this is a good compact shape. It gives us lots of ability to stop their through passes. It lets us talk to each other so we know where we are in space. If this person comes up, another person drops back, so forth. So we keep this kind of shape right here. We could even have this person just moving in front, acting as a shield, this midfielder right here, if that's easier. Just make sure you're communicating with each other. You don't need to track a run all the way back to the back side if we have the ball over on this side, for instance. So make sure that you're able to kind of talk to each other and pass off players. If this player is over here and then he decides he's going to run all the way over onto this side, make sure we're talking, say so-and-so, man behind, man in front of you, cross, run, watch a run, is yours, he's yours. Just talk to each other so we are aware of where these players are and who's got who. Okay? I think with these two changes, just keeping in mind our shape on offense and our shape on defense, and getting these quick substitutes in that'll allow us to cover the backside with our forwards. And it will keep us fresh so we can make quick counterattacks when we need to make quick counterattacks. It'll also allow us to be a little bit more aware of our surroundings on offense and on defense, and to make just quicker passes as well. Think of El Rondo on offense, keep your shape, and I think that's all I really have to say. Let me know if you think I need to make more points about this or more ideas for everyone to kind of go by, but I think this is good. I think with just a few sort of like tweaks in our game plan, we can really improve and play with the best that Boulder has to offer. We've got the skill for it. Okay, that's all I got. Talk to you later. Bye.